Alright, here we are, once again. I nearly said Into the Breach, my friends, but I feel like I've said that at the start of one of these. Weird sense of deja vu. But either way, here we are back for some more Kubera. This will probably be another longer one because, well, as far as I'm aware, there's no Blue Lock chapter this week, so I don't have to record anything for Thursday. And right now, it's Wednesday, so I've only got this to record for this week. So yeah, have a nice longer read-through. Oh, well, I say longer, the past couple have been pretty long. Yeah, so we'll see how much I feel like doing today. Okay, good. I was just checking that I had some water left, because if we are going for a while, I'm probably going to need it. But before we get into that, you know, YouTube stuff, if you're new, sub button, we really appreciate it. Maybe hit the notification bell as well. Comment, like, you know, number go up. Be pretty cool. Anyway, God, I'm such a sellout. I'm not a sellout, I'm just shameless. Let's go into this, shall we? Ron, aren't you having any chicken? I know you were full before, so you didn't eat, but you must be hungry by now. Hey, Chicky, how could you do this? Woo, I'm back to being the Chicky. I know you like Asha, but can you at least pretend to think about the question? What about everything I told you? I'd finally decided to open up when Asha showed up, and you didn't even hesitate for a second? Jeez. Hey, Ron, Asha hadn't spoken to me in ages. I thought I would lose her forever if I didn't answer right away. I told you before, there's something I have to do, and Asha agreed to show me how. I really appreciate your suggestion, but I have to do that first. What exactly is it that you have to do? Can I help with it? Well, it's not that you couldn't help me. And what's the problem? Why are you so insistent on it being Asha? Because it could kill you. Are you sure you wouldn't mind dying when you have a girlfriend, Ron Syrov? Part 2, episode 109, Last Resort 3. What's with the sudden confusing question? What about you? Don't you care about dying? Answering a question with a question is the best plan at times like this. It's also annoying. Don't answer questions with questions. Of course I do. Who wouldn't care about dying? Hey, then why'd you ask me that? I'm just trying to say that it would be very dangerous for you. It's fine for me. But with your level of skill, you would end up getting yourself killed while trying to help Liz. Yeah, that's probably not too far from the truth, given that we know Asha is just ridiculous. And Ron, you know, calculations aren't his best suit. He can do it, but, you know, he's not perfect. But he's very good still. Not to say that he's, you know, bad. I see. Sorry for being such a pathetic loser. But if that's the problem, you shouldn't have even said that to me in the first place. Yep, flashback to the deal. After all those threats back then, now you show up and ask Liz, wanna go with me? How can you just change your mind like that? Does it make you feel good playing around with people like this? Huh? You probably think everyone around you are a bunch of pushovers for being hurt by you. When I said that I would part ways with Liz, it was under the condition that she abandons her goal. It looks like I was wrong. Seeing how she just mindlessly eats and sleeps, I assumed she didn't have any kind of drive. This is fucking driving me nuts! This goes beyond it just being unfair for me. I wouldn't sit here and listen to you treat Liz like some mindless child. She doesn't deserve to hear those kind of things from you. You've never seen Liz studying, have you? Neither have I. And yet, she's read the entire Bavadi Kubera book and practiced it outside. Whose line is that? When do you think she has read the whole book? She was in her room studying when we thought she was asleep. And she only took naps because she had exhausted her vigor from practicing transcendentals. Whenever I didn't see her all day, it was because she was out all day practicing transcendentals and magic. And I heard she's even floated off the ground using Bavardi Kubera recently. Does she have to study right in front of your face for you to notice? You can tell just from looking at her results. You must know well how difficult Bavardi Kubera is. Even Earth Attribute magic students here have to take special classes from experts for a month just to even have the chance of being able to use it. It's incredible that Lise has managed to start figuring it out on her own without even a teacher in such a short period of time. Neither you or I can teach her since we don't have Earth Attribute spells. But Vana magic can only be used by magicians born with attributes that match it. Yeah, but I feel like Asher's gonna be a fucking exception to that. There goes the last of my water. Big sad. That reality is exceptional. I didn't think she would be able to float so quickly. Please, how exactly did you practice the spell? That's not what matters right now! What I'm trying to say is that you didn't know it. You didn't know because you didn't pay attention to her. Lisa's been... This is more important than that. Please, answer me. How did you practice? That is a very good question. How did you do? Oh, poor Yuta. Look at him in the snow. And protect your reason for being in this city. If I can't change the reason, keep the one if I can't... yeah, whatever. Anyway. Could you come with us to fight in another city? If you do, I'll bring Lise with us. Yep. Flashbacks. From among those which were spoken and which were internal... From among those which were spoken and which were internal thoughts. Wait, can Sura, or at least Yuta, hear people's thoughts? What? Has that been mentioned before? If it has, I'm probably just being stupid. You know, it's been a good while since I started reading this, so if it was mentioned a while ago, I probably don't remember. But is that actually something that's been said? Interesting. I'm not sure. Do I even need to sort that out? It's even more honest if it's coming from the minds. Lise. I miss Lise. She's the only one. She's only ever told me nice things. What could she be doing now? Whatever she's doing, I hope she keeps the scarf I wrapped around her. Otherwise, it'll be hard for me to protect her. Have you finished eating? Yeah, brother. Thanks to you. You still haven't gotten rid of your habit of eating things alive, have you? You know me. I don't do this because I like it. This way I can kill less creatures and last longer. I get hungry again right away if I don't eat live prey, so I'd have to sacrifice more lives. So you have to keep filling yourself up regardless of how much vigor you have even after you've grown? Yeah. And the hunger gets worse each time I grow. What the fuck? That should be my throat clear. You'd hope. Probably won't be. We'll see how things go. The bloodline of chaos is a tiresome one. Since hunting, which is optional for the other Sura, has become mandatory for you. It can't be helped. I don't want to become a real monster that only ever eats. That only ever thinks about eating. I received an order from Akasha to bring you to her. She said to bring both you and Kalavinka, to be precise. She says one of you must be the reason why our father collapsed. It wasn't you, since... Oh, is this the fight? It wasn't you, since you're in the Sura realm right now. It must be one of the other two. She said that a problem occurred when the wall between realms closed with the power of our name in the human realm. She thinks that our father will probably wake up if I bring the two of you to the Sura realm. Ah, I see. So that's why she told you to bring me to her. There wouldn't have been a misunderstanding if you had told me in the first place. If Kubera doesn't wake up even after you bring your siblings, Anyway, now that you've told me everything as promised, I just have to find Kalavinka and open a gate to Sewer Realm for you, right? Just wait a bit longer. I'll handle both things for you. Alright, but there isn't a lot of time, Jatayu. Since there's a good chance that the one coming through the gate right now isn't going to show you any mercy. Look at her. Anyway, carrying on. Yep. Not that I remember her name from like 2 videos ago, but it'll probably be said this in the coming chapters, I assume. Answer me. How did you practice? I jumped. So far, each time I've first succeeded using transcendentals or spells, it seemed like it had always been when I really needed it the most. I figured that in order to use flying magic, I would need a crisis in which I had to fly. So, I jumped. Until it worked. Oh, fuck. Part 2, Episode 110, Last Resort 4. Before she met Ron in Part 2, in Episode 94. Yuta! I told you, just stay still. Why do you keep running over to me? Oh, it's when Yuta's young. It's small Yuta. How could I just stay still when you're clearly gonna get yourself squashed? Still, you can't do this. If you keep saving me, you're just setting me at ease. Setting me at ease? Setting me at ease. I need a sense of urgency. I worked so hard to finish that book, but it won't be of use if I don't practice. You could just not learn that spell. Please, just listen to me. I've told you before, I have this bracelet. Even if I get lethally injured, I can regenerate myself as long as I have vigor. So, stay still and stop running over to me, okay? I have to at least feel the pain of hitting the ground to get a sense of fear and urgency. But I don't want you to get hurt. I won't like you if you keep doing this. That's fucking awful. That's fucking awful. Alright, you promised. You have to stay still this time. That's fucking awful. Alright, I'm going to make it this time for sure. By Vardy Kubera. By Vardy Kubera. Yeah. Huh? Did I fall asleep? Ah, Yuta. Thanks. You really did stay still this time. See? You don't need to catch me. I'm fine. Yuta, you know when I first went to the Temple of Chaos? Now I know the spell by Vardy Kubera is for flying across the sky. I thought this when I was heading up to the Temple of Earth. I have to learn it no matter what it takes. What do you think, Yuta? Wasn't that fun? Wow, I can't believe how exciting it is flying around. What's wrong? Don't you like it? Right, you can't learn spells since you're a half. Then I'll learn it so that I can take you flying around the skies together. Remember? I want to learn this spell and take you... Although, you can fly on your own, of course. Anyway, I really need this spell. Kubera is my only birth attribute, and I'm terrible at calculations. At least it won't really harm anyone even if the spell goes wrong, and it works with my birth attributes. Plus, I feel like being able to fly will help me fight with the Sword of Return. And the bow of neutrality is also at stake. There's so many reasons for me to learn this. I'll be staying behind forever if I don't master this. I don't want that. Not being able to do anything even when I have the chance to like before is... So, Yuta, I really can't give up on this. Sorry. If it's really that hard for you to watch, just close your eyes or go somewhere far away. Are you going to continue watching? Alright then. You just have to keep watching this time too. You know how to get involved until I master this spell. Who said this? Is this Liz? No, this is Liz, yeah, because it's her thoughts. Thank you. It's really painful and scary, but because you're here by my side and not leaving me to be alone, I like you, Yuta. I like you. I really like you. A lot. Is that small Yuta? I can't tell. It looks small, but now and then again, I actually don't think he is small Yuta there. Alright, I'm gonna do it this time. Parvati Kubera! Again? Parvati Kubera! Yeah, we get... Oh, they are. She got it. It's in yellow. It succeeded. Oh, wow. Did you see that? Yuta, did you see that? I stopped. I've stopped. I'm not falling. Thanks, but it's not much use to simply not fall. How do I go up? Yuta, look. Does it look like I'm going up a bit? I feel like I'm floating up a little bit. Yeah. I doubt it's going to be that easy to learn. Maybe pulling it off to keep yourself stationary in the air, like we just seen, will work, you know. That method of training will work. You can stop yourself hitting the ball. But you can't move. I imagine movement requires calculations to some extent. You said that it looked like I floated up a bit, but anyway, that was all. I tried calling out the spell a few times after that, but it hasn't worked since. Wait, so when you told me you practiced all day, you were falling the whole time? It's alright. Falling is a quick way to die. Oh, fucking hell. Anyway, and I didn't want to just get hurt without dying, so I purposely jumped off a super high place without using Holy Kubera. Wait. Jeez. I'm not even sure where to begin. How is just some kid gotten to the point where she talks about the pain of death as if it's nothing? I stopped for Liz by saying that dying must be painful for her, but if Claude or the other magicians were to find out that dying is nothing to her. Yeah, that's rough. That's really rough. But good on Ran, you know, being the voice of reason. The only sane human being, it seems, in this entire fucking story. What a bro, man. What a goat. First of all, you shouldn't be saying that so easily. Anyway, forget about what you said here, and don't ever talk about that again in public, okay? Especially in front of Claude. And Asha, as you must know from seeing her on that day, things will get real tough for her if you talk about this in public. At least try to be considerate of that, okay? She said herself that it's fine, so I'm not sure why you're getting so upset, Ron. Anyway, she didn't learn the skill the way that I thought she did, so forget it. What do you mean, forget it? She repeatedly dealt with the pain that practically killed her. Don't you even feel bad for her? Wow. Now you're sympathizing with Lisa's pain. Ron Syrov, are you her lawyer, her family, or her lover? Lisa's already enjoying a lot of benefits by simply having that bracelet on. She's obtained a lot more than the pain she suffers, so why should I feel sorry for her? Thanks to self-regeneration, she said that she even managed to use the Parvati spell with that idiotically stupid simple method. Ashirahiro, you really don't watch your mouth, do you? At least I'm not as vulgar as you are. I know how to maintain my dignity. Fuck off! That's not what I mean! Ron, I'm really okay. Really. I jumped because I wanted to learn that spell, so I have to be willing to accept the aftermath of it too. This isn't time for you to know your place. Isn't it time for you to know your place and stay out of it? You're going to be separated with her anyway. So whatever you say is just being unnecessarily intrusive and nosy. If you really can't stand the situation, then you can just leave for Eloth as soon as possible. Oh yeah, I was actually planning to head to Oh, I assume that's wrong. Oh yeah, I was actually planning to head to Eloth right away. It doesn't matter since I'm leaving anyway. But I was just standing up for Liz because I felt bad for having to keep being bombarded with insults from you like she always has. Sorry for being nosy. I guess that is why someone who's popular enough to have her own fan club in the Magic Guild doesn't have a single real friend when your personality is total crap. Oh no. I don't see this going well. That's all I'm gonna say. Part 2, Episode 11, Last Resort 5. Do you ever insult your fan club like you're doing to us now? I guess not. So Liz and I are worth less than your fan club, or worth less than the fan club to you? Huh? You need to stop treating people like that. Hey, don't eat so quickly. Have some water. Thanks, Ron. Let's talk about something more fun. No one knows when we'll get to eat like this together like this again. Later on, we may regret wasting our time together like this. I once read in the autobiography of a figure I admire that you never know when or under what circumstances people will never meet again. Or will meet again, even. Same difference. So always part ways as positively as possible. So, even if something is upsetting us, let's just shrug it off here. Please. Well, if the chickie says so. Ron Sarov, it seems like you're forgetting something. Ah? What now? You admit yourself that Lee successfully floated up. So please hand her over the bow of neutrality and transfer 100,000 gold coins to me. What was it? 90,000 minus the magic score bet. Anyway, send me the money before you leave tomorrow. You piss me off. Seriously, everything about you pisses me off. Oh, Jesus Christ, look how long Ron's hair is. I knew it was long, but fucking hell. What is it? We'll talk about it tomorrow. Ron? Hold on, let me put on some clothes. What is it? What's up? Here. What do you mean? This is yours. I feel sorry about me paying for the bow. If you feel If you feel sorry about me paying for the bow, don't worry about it. I don't need the money anyway. I'm just grateful for what you said for me today. Those words were far more valuable to me than 100,000 gold coins. If I had a man in my family, I would like him to be someone like you. Though, I actually have neither a father nor a brother. But if I had someone like you... and since I have to use the sword of return anyway, I won't have many chances to use the bow. So, take it. I'm not sure if you saw, but a name appears when you first used the bow. It's the name of someone close to you, so it seems like it's better for you to keep. Hey, I know he was close to me, but to you, he was... You took it, now it's yours! You can't give it back! That was wholesome. That was really sweet. Aww. That was really sweet. Power room check, all clear. Control room, check, all clear. What was the last cargo? What was the last cargo that just went inside? Was that the last cargo that just went inside? I read that wrong. Yeah, we can head home now. What brought you here, Claude? I had a package to send, but I couldn't send it earlier during the day. Can I mail it out now? Of course. Why not? You're a priest. So, the address? There, you can go now. Thank you. Here, have some food with your co-workers. You didn't have to bring us any. I'll bring the package inside myself. So you can leave. I'm supposed to do that. It's okay, I'll check the shipment number and put it in the right spot, so don't worry. I feel like that's not true. Odd's got another purpose for being here. The room for the packages is in the opposite direction. There's no reason for you to carry a package in here yourself. What on earth are you wandering around here for, Claude? I would like to ask you the same thing, Lutz. Very good question. Whenever someone says to you, well, why are you here? The best thing to ask is, why are you here? Is to respond in kind with, why are you here as well? Because odds are, they shouldn't be there either. Anyway, let's do another one. Now that'll be what? How many will I have done today? Yeah, 4. Yeah, that seems good. Yeah. What the fuck am I doing, man? Oh, whatever, man. Let's keep going. I simply came to check on something as representative of the creation brand Atrum. The company has a lot of cargo on this transport ship. The power room in particular is almost entirely made with our technology. The company could suffer serious losses if a problem were to occur on the transport ship. Right? Ah, I see. But shouldn't the people who work here check such things? There's no need for you to come here yourself. And I've never seen you interested in this sort of thing either. Anyway, I was just on my way to ship this package when I got lost. Ah, if I'd known it was going to be so complicated, I'd have just left my package with the employees here. Did you say the area for shipments is in the opposite direction? Thanks. Cargo 1 through 6 and control room. Of course it's going to the control room. Oh, Claude. You're an interesting fellow. I wonder what you're up to. Part 2, episode 112, Last Resort 6. Claude is one of those characters that is very meticulous and calculating while acting like a complete, buffoon. I've been watching Bungo Stray Dogs recently, and I'd definitely say that he's kind of similar to Dazai in that respect. He's, aloof, very strange, a bit lazy, but in reality, he's, fucked. Bryn Hollow, Temple of Darkness. The column of light has disappeared. Did you make the preparations as I told you to? Yes. Mao is taking care of the Temple of Death instead of Claude. The magician with the next best barrier of death abilities after Claude. Magician ranking 101. That's quite a big difference between them and Claude, though, isn't it? And on each turret, there are teams of 10 magicians who stand by who can operate the turrets. Usually the priest in charge of operating the turrets along... Sorry, let me gather myself and read this again. Usually, the priest is in charge of operating the turrets along with the barrier. But in cases where a stronger barrier is needed, the priest focuses only on the barrier while other magicians operate the turrets. The fact that each tower can have 10 people running it is because there are a lot of magicians in Rin Hollow. I wonder, do you think there's more of a power output from each individual turret if they've each got 10 people running it than all of them being run by just the priest while they're also running the barrier? I guess it depends on how big of a gap there is between the collective 10, well, the collective however many, and the priest. Good, that should be enough. Plus, there's Kasak. We could withstand an attack like the one on Atera. The problem is that massive Sura that attacked Calablim. Oh, you're not gonna have to worry about Godhaba. He's doing other things, like being sad, which isn't much different from what he normally does. So maybe you do have to worry about him. Poor Godhaba. Poor Godhaba. We'll be in serious trouble if he shows up here too. Then, should I ask another city for additional reinforcements? Just send a report about how the column of light has disappeared. What the fuck am I yawning? Don't ask for any more reinforcements. We still don't know exactly what their purpose is. Sending more troops over here. But nothing could weaken another city. And they could get attacked on the way here. Other cities don't have a powerful means of transportation like Kasak. It would be risky for them to come here in this situation. What about Agni? Agni will decide for himself whether it would be better for him to help us here or stay in Atera. Fucking hell, I stumbled on that a lot. We can't act more quickly than the judgment of a god. Don't request reinforcements. Yes, ma'am. You respect the god's authority more than I thought. Of course, since I'm a priestess. Wasn't your teacher the one who died when they summoned the god of darkness during the great upheaval? The Priest of Darkness before Lila. Part 1, episode 37. That's a throwback. Holy, that's a throwback. That's ages ago for me. Oh my god. Even long for people that were reading this weekly. Fucking hell. That's right. But why do you have to bring that up now? I wonder what the reason for Lila wearing that mask is, because she's clearly gorgeous, but like, why does she wear the mask? I just wondered how it was possible to be in a position to worship a god when you lost someone because of him. Why not? I'm the most suitable person for this position. Plus, my being here is for the good of everyone in Rinhallow. If I abandoned my work here, it would deal a severe blow to Rinhallow's power. So, I just have to forget any personal resentment I may have toward the god. Kasak. The people who have any personal resentment toward you are also simply not showing it, since they know how important you are on this planet. Yeah, I imagine Kasak has killed a lot of people. As I'm sure you're aware, if the people who resent you had made up their mind, they could have already had you removed from the face of this planet. The reason you're alive right now is because they are holding back. Kasak may be powerful, but there are ways of killing him, surprisingly easy, such as Hoteyama, which we've seen used. It would be especially fatal if he were attacked while sleeping after running out of vigor. Plus, it would not even be considered murder, as he is a half. Okay, now that's fucked. Halves, it's not murdered, a half. I know that, like, halves are mistreated severely, but fucking hell. It was not my will to harm people during the great upheaval. Plus, I made a public apology, didn't I? Whether it was your intention or not, it all just sounded like excuses to people who lost oh god, I got hiccups. Loved ones to you. You even wearing earrings while making that apology. You didn't even shed a single tear for them without those. You didn't even shed a single tear for them without those earrings, like you're doing now. The families of the deceased can't be forgiven. Can't be as forgiving with you as Agwin is. That's only possible because she's your blood relative. Honestly, at times it seems like Agwin is also afraid of Kasak. It seems that I made you uncomfortable by telling you this. Yeah, this will be the last one. I've realised we've already gone over half an hour. Fucking hell. I'm already about halfway through this chapter. But you're the one who brought up my teacher first, so I don't have to apologize, do I? I don't feel uncomfortable since I'm a dragon. Of course, I don't need an apology. Then that's that. I'll register you as an official mercenary of the Temple of Darkness for a while. While you're in Rinhallow, you will clearly be provided with the highest quality lodgings and food. As for each day that goes by, Agwin will transfer 20,000 coins to you. We don't have any authority to give you orders, just do your best to ensure that Rinhallow continues to exist under your free will. I'll leave the contract here, so read over it again. There's something I would like to ask. What is it? If the situation calls for it, would you attempt to summon the god like your teacher did? Of course. If that's the last resort, roll credits! Sorry, that was cringe. I don't like that that's been said. It almost seems like a god's gonna get summoned, doesn't it? Perhaps Kubera might step in. Anyway, who the fuck is saying this? Oh, it's Ron and Lee's. Okay. Wow, it looks even bigger from up close. It must have been made out of a massive Sura. Why have I never seen something this big take off before? Isn't it obvious? You're always sleeping at this hour. Oh yeah? The main material for the transport ship is the corpse of an especially large herring Sura, usually from the god Hava. Yeah, it does look a bit like a fish. Anyway, good luck, Chicky. Don't feel too down. Come on. Why would I feel down? I'm totally perky. You're the one who shouldn't feel down, who shouldn't feel bad no matter how the vote turns out to be. Are you kidding? I guess you don't know that with my skills, I'm guaranteed to pass the AA vote. Ron, get down now. Are you gonna ride on the ship? On top of the ship? Ah, alright. I'm coming down. Until we meet again, Ron. Ah! What's going on? Lutz, do something about this. Oh no. The ship is leaving soon. The outer door is shutting. What are you doing? Take off that scarf and come here. Yeah, at least take that off. I'll send it to you later when I finish remodeling the bondage. Sorry, Yuta. Transport ship for Aero Plateau is now leaving. Something bad is almost certainly going to happen now. To Lee's in Aero Plateau, and now there's no way of Yuta knowing. However, he'll still probably end up knowing. Oh, look at that! We've come to the end of the chapter. That's fantastic. But I didn't even plan that. But yeah. Oh no, something bad is absolutely going to happen. Things are not going to end well. Aero Plateau is probably going to fall to the ground. Anyway, chapter 27, last resort, end. Next chapter, emergency. To be continued. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this. With out of the way, I've been Animosity, you've been you, and I hope you catch you all next time for another video. Ta-ta! For now.